I'm gonna give you a secret that is right in front of you, but because you've been so conditioned and brainwashed by the media and the feminism and everyone around you into not seeing that. You wanna know why the dating scene is so messed up these days? It's because you don't know how to pick the right woman. And you value the wrong type of woman who's not motherly, who's not marriage material, who's not relationship material. And because you and so many men value those types of women get elevated in society, and even the good woman starts to act and behave like those types of wrong type of women. That's why the relationships have become so shallow, so terrible, and all of you guys cheat on each other, and you don't even know your roles in the relationships. That's probably why your woman doesn't respect you the way your grandma respected your granddad. That's why you don't fully feel like a man in your own relationship. But I'm gonna teach you how to actually pick the right woman. And these things are actually obvious, but you're just pretending not to see them. If you go to your local mosque, if you go to your local church, your priest, your imam will probably say the same things to you. The first thing is the obvious one, looks. You should choose a woman who's beautiful. I mean, I shouldn't even have to say this, but a lot of men are so like desperate that dating like, I will choose any woman whose personality is at least kind, the bare minimum, so that I can actually feel good in my own relationship. Even if she's ugly or she's just a mid or she's fat, it doesn't matter. As long as she's kind, that's the only thing that matters. Wrong. Actually wrong. Why is that not? Why is beauty not your standards? You're gonna see this woman for the rest of your life. Why would you not want both? Why would you not want a kind woman and a beautiful woman? Do you think you're so worthless that you don't even deserve a beautiful woman who's kind, which is the bare minimum? There are so many women who are nice, who are sweet, who are kind-hearted, who are also very, very beautiful as well, who are not shallow. You just haven't met them, and you're not looking for them. You're looking for the first kind woman that you see. You go for anything, which is terrible if you want to have a relationship. You need to set certain standards for yourself so that your relationship can be like a, it's called relationship. Think about it like a ship that's going in the sea. Okay, your ship needs to be stable all the time because the waves will come, the roller coaster times will come, of being super sad, then being super happy. All those times will come, but your relationship needs to be stable. In order for your relationships to be stable, you need to have certain standards. You need to pick the right type of woman. You cannot just go and pick any type of woman who's kind enough. No. Otherwise the ship will sink. So like if you got that kind of belief, oh, I'll go for any type of woman as long as they're kind and as long as I vibe with them, even if they're ugly, even if the girl is ugly, I'm cool with that. No, bro, you're gonna see this girl for the rest of your life. At least have the self-worth to choose a beautiful woman. I believe every regular man deserves a good-looking woman. So stop with that inferiority complex. You're not worthless. As long as you don't treat yourself as worthless. Second thing is femininity. We're getting to the juicy parts right now. You don't even know what femininity means, but it's actually so obvious. You don't even realize the fact that this should be your standard. Femininity in woman should be your standard. You don't even realize this fact. And you don't even realize that most women, modern women, are not actually feminine because they've been so conditioned also. Are modern women nurturing, soothing, calm, obedience, and they put others above their needs? No, they're the exact opposite of that. But because you've been so conditioned and brainwashed by the media, you just pick any woman that you think is feminine enough, which is not even the bare minimum. That's why you don't feel like a man in your own relationship, because she's not feminine. Even if you're masculine, if you choose a masculine woman, you're not gonna feel like a man. Or you're just gonna torture her in the relationship, throughout the entire relationship, because she's so masculine. Like, have you seen those Twitter writings where they say, oh, when I finally found a man, I become feminine. The survival mode is deactivated, or some stuff like that. You cannot just activate and deactivate femininity like that. It's either inside of you as a woman or it's not. And for most women, it's not inside them. Okay, it's been beaten out of them so badly that they cannot be fully feminine. They cannot be taught. They cannot even be taught. It's like putting a leash to a stray dog and trying to make that into your pet at your home near your children. It's just dangerous. It's just have a very low possibility of it happening, and they're always just gonna look for a way out. If you pick a masculine woman, which is what most modern women are, you're not gonna be happy in your relationship, And you're also not gonna be able to have a healthy relationship. And it's probably gonna get dissolved, like most relationships do in these days. You have any idea how tough it is to find a woman who's not egoistic, who's actually a good wife material, who's like actually a trad wife? But the thing going on with the social media is a lot of women who call themselves are trad wives, so-called trad wives, are not actually trad wives. You wanna know who's actually a trad wife? Your grandma. Look how much she respects your grandfather. Look how much she puts everybody's needs above hers. Look how much she just cooks for everybody and doesn't complain and is so happy with her life and is so peaceful and is so nice, and she doesn't have an opinion on everything, and she doesn't talk too much. Now, in order to get a woman like that, of course, you should know your worth as a man, and you should be a masculine man in the first place. But in this video, I'm just gonna tell you how to pick the right woman. So that's the topic of another video. Now, this third and last thing is where the most guys mess up. This is virginity. No, not low body count, virginity. Now, I'm not gonna get into the psychology of it and the biology of it too much, but I'm just gonna say this. When a woman does anything sexual with a man, whether it's just kissing and nothing else, she brings a luggage into your relationship, into her future relationship. Whether you wanna believe me or not, but your local priest, your local imam would believe me. A woman's purity is her most valuable thing. And when she makes out with a man, do you think she's as pure as anymore? I'm not even talking about sex. I'm not even gonna get into details of sex because that is so vulgar. But even if she makes out with a man, your dream woman, imagine she made out with a man and she made that man so horny and she got him like so excited or some shit like that and she loved that. Would she still be as pure as 100%? Of course no, she wouldn't. So why would you want to accept a woman with a low body count? Are you that desperate? Again, with my first point, do you see yourself so worthless that you don't deserve a woman who got owned by another man, who got owned by multiple men? Now you might be saying, oh, well, I had sex before. I'm a man, I had sex before. I have also a couple body counts. It doesn't matter. You're a man. Purity doesn't matter. Purity is not your value. Okay? Purity is not your value. Even if you had sex, as much as sex you want, you can still ask for a virgin. Now, here's the most controversial part of the video. Even if you're a man who had sex with 100 women, you can still ask for a virgin. Because again, purity is not your value as a man. The same way women ask for a man who's taller than them, who's more mature than them, who's stronger than them, who's better than them in almost every way possible, who's gonna know how to handle everything, who's gonna earn more money than her. Even if she's a housewife and she doesn't earn any money, she wants a man who earns money. Women ask for so many things that they don't have in men. So why shouldn't you ask for this one very simple thing that you don't have, but the woman has? You should definitely want a virgin woman. You should never ever, no matter in no condition, ever settle for a low body count woman. And if you're a virgin man, then you definitely deserve a virgin woman. Never under no matter what circumstances, what condition it is, you should never ever choose a woman with a body count. Low body count, high body count, it doesn't matter. You should never accept a woman who has a past in any sexual way. I mean, if you still want to choose a woman who got annihilated in the bedroom, who got bent over, and you still call yourself a man, that's your choice. But I don't think a lot of people would call you a man after that. Like, today's situation is so terrible for men, and literally nobody talks about it. Nobody talks about this. Like for example, you know that girl named Leanbeefpatty? Thank you for the thumbnail, by the way. She's a woman who has the body of a fit man. Literally a fit man. Okay? And she shows herself half naked. And she has a masculine face also. So many men are simps for her. So many men are in her comments, are liking her videos. Do you think she's a woman just like your grandma? Do you think she's nurturing, soothing, obedient, and submissive? Of course no. A woman who posts herself half naked on social media and makes money from that and hangs out with so many other male influencers also is not actually a wife material. I can't even believe that I have to tell you this like very simple thing, but these women are not actually wife materials and are not actually good women and are not actually feminine as well. You might think they are because you're a little boy and you think with what's in front of you. If your local priest, if your local imam would be proud of the woman that you chose, then you chose the right type of woman. So let me summarize everything up. You need to choose a woman who's good looking, who's pure, who's feminine, who's submissive, loyal, obedient. This is what a regular woman was in 1950s. It became so rare these days that it's very hard to find. But it's not impossible to find. There's so many women like that. There's so many women like that. You just gotta never give up hope. Like, I can't even believe this. There's this movement called MGTOW, and because they hate modern women so much, they want to go their own way and never want to have a relationship or never want to get married. Like, what is this hopelessness, man? There are so many nice women, feminine women that you can find that are beautiful. You just gotta keep looking for them, and that's it. You just gotta have these, like, set yourself these specific standards, and every other woman should be blind to you. If they breach any of your standards, immediately say goodbye to them. Like, when you actually become experienced in having these standards, in actually not choosing any other woman and never ever thinking serious with them, you can actually detect any bad woman. Like, you become so good at detecting bad women, you just like pass, pass, pass. You just become like that. You understand that from early on. And I want that for you. I don't want you to become a MGTOW or anything like that. I don't want you to become hopeless because there are so many women who are like that.